California and Arizona. That's also a women's game. Oregon State at Washington, and Arizona at California next Saturday. Halftime inside the Galen Center, and you wouldn't expect Quincy Pondexter to lead Washington offensively, but he has. He's got 8 points and 4 boards.
You don't have to change your life to change his. Become a big brother. Go to bigbrothersbigsisters.org.
Brick by brick, stone by stone, we built a place to call our own. Gonna fill it up with laughter, write my happy ever after. 'Cause for the first time in my life, I'm holding the key to a brand new life waiting on me. That's what makes a house a home. Across the country and around the world, thousands of Habitat homeowners and millions of volunteers know the joy and pride of seeing a house become a home. A brighter future, one family at a time. Support Habitat's work in your community. Volunteer, get involved, and help build it. Visit Habitat.org. That's what makes a house a home.
Fox College Sports has the recipe for the ultimate college reunion. Start with over 900 live NCAA events. Add your favorite conferences like the Pac-10, Big 12, and more. Toss in news from around the NCAA. And garnish with the hottest coaches shows. This is the place where college never ends. For more info on Fox College Sports, log on to foxcollegesports.com.
On the next FSN Pro Football Preview, our insiders break down each playoff matchup and tell you which teams will be moving on towards Super Bowl 42. Friday on FSN.
At the world's greatest collector car event, this is the language of love. The 2008 Barrett Jackson auction. Live coverage continues all week long on Speed.
At the Half, presented by your Southern California Chevy dealers. Beautiful day outside, inside the USC Trojans and the Huskies for that matter, both trying to find some answers. Welcome back, Jim Watson alongside the coach, Mike Montgomery. Kind of a choppy first half, and I thought USC still looked apprehensive. They don't seem to have a lot of direction at the offensive end.
Well, they don't, but they're, the thing is, they came out with the kind of intensity that Tim felt they needed. They came out and caught Washington off guard. Here you see, again, Appleby having a tough time with Lewis and the drop-off to Gibson. Again, Gibson having a nice ball game. You could say O.J. Mayo with nothing, but he's got 4 assists, Jim, so he's contributing in other ways at the defensive end and with the pass, and that's what you're looking for if you're not having a great night shooting the ball. And here's, you talk about choppy, here's where I thought maybe USC fell asleep a little bit. Washington had real good looks on the inside-outside. That's the easiest shot to hit is that inside-outside 3, and Washington got 3, and that's what's keeping them close.
Too many turnovers for Washington, but again, a lot of those were early in this ball game. Washington came back on those threes, but for the half, they only shoot 25%. Where's the offense going to come from for Washington?
Well,
Brockman?
You got to go to Brockman, but USC is fronting him. Tim's got a good game plan. They're getting backside help. You've got to take advantage of the backside help and get that other post in the mid-post area to score.
Brockman with some modest numbers in the first 20 minutes, 7 points and 5 rebounds. For USC, Dwight Lewis led the Trojans with 9 points. Taj Gibson, 8 and 3.
I'm giving away millions more of my free computer learning lessons, and I'm happy to do so. Hi, I'm John Scherer, CEO and founder of Video Professor. Over the last few months, my free computer learning offer has become more popular than ever. I'm shipping out thousands of my lessons every day to computer users all across America who are tired of being held back by their lack of computer skills. So isn't it time you join the millions of satisfied customers who have learned to run their computer using Video Professor? Remember, it's a complete lesson of your choice, and it's absolutely free. You can choose from Windows, Word, eBay, Excel, Quicken, and many more. This proven what you see is what you do learning method, written in plain English, is fun to follow along with and easy to use. Use the play, pause, and rewind buttons to follow the easy step-by-step instructions. Call now and I'll send you any lesson free. And for those of you that are skeptical that this may not be the best learning method there is, I'll make you this incredible offer. You call up, order any lesson absolutely free. If you get it and you don't think it's the best learning method out there, send it back to me and I'll send you $10. You pay a small shipping and processing charge, but I'll even refund that if you're not happy. You know, I have people stop me all the time and tell me how much they like learning with Video Professor, how surprised they were with the amount of information they learned from just one CD. And that's why I'm making you this incredible offer, because I know that once you try my product, you'll come back to us for all your computer learning needs. This is better than free, because if you aren't completely satisfied, send it back to me. I'll send you $10. So now, what are you waiting for? Try my product.
Choose from Windows, Word, Quicken, the Internet, and many more. Call now and this free gift will be yours. The organizer is the calendar, diary, address book, and journal on your PC.
Call now to get your free lesson and the free gift. And remember, if you are not completely satisfied, return it and we'll send you $10.
Call 1-800-453-9850.
Washington is averaging 76 points a game. They have 23 at the half, so SC has done a good job playing defense in the first 20 minutes. We'll see if they can continue. And we're going to keep an eye on both lineups because both of these coaches have been going deep. They've been changing things up, trying to find the right chemistry.
USC's having a hard time turning the ball from side to side because of the overplay.
Look at the defense, even all the way to the corners, 35 feet out. Taj Gibson, 17 feet. Still 10 seconds on the shot clock. O.J. Mayo, his first field goal of the game, and it's a three.
That's a sight for sore eyes if you're a USC fan. Not so much if you're a Washington Husky fan.
Biggest lead of the game for SC right away here to start the second half. SC by 9. And Mayo goes down. Mayo's going to get called for the foul, and he's grimacing. He was holding his right hip.
He ran into Wallace is one reason he's holding his hip.
Sean Cromwell gets into the starting lineup here in the second half for USC. You surprised? What's Tim Floyd looking for there?
Now with Davon Jefferson with 3 fouls, I think he feels he's playing well enough that he needs him at the end of the game, and that's important. And I think their primary purpose, Jim, is for them to guard Brockman, so he really just wants a physical presence. A smart play by Gibson to go over and position himself. You can see Wallace, a freshman, needed to get to the basket and really couldn't do it.
He was determined, wasn't he?
Yeah, well, he wasn't real confident as a freshman. Might not be in this league starting off to just take that mid 10-footer, use a glass.
Wallace had a decent game against UCLA on Thursday night, 9 points.
Again, Washington overplaying leads, making it difficult for SC to enter the ball. The other thing they're doing is they're not defending the high post, which in this case is Cromwell. They don't care what he does at the high post. They're going to deny the wings and help with the man guarding the high post. I think Gibson might have gotten it in an awkward spot.
Keith Wilkinson's coming back in for USC. Cromwell to the bench quickly here.
That's just the difference between Wilkerson being able to be a threat standing out there shooting the ball versus Cromwell, who they know is not going to shoot the ball.
Lewis, who led SC in scoring, now into double figures. He's got 11.
It's really a tough matchup for Lorenzo Romar. To have Appleby in the game, which you'd like to have him offensively, he's just really having a tough time with Lewis. And again, Lewis taking advantage of that matchup.
Off the side of the glass, Washington with an awful offensive effort that time. A bad shot, hit the side of the board, and SC turns it right back over. Here's Appleby. He's got a 4-on-1. Give it up late, and an easy lay-in. Tim Morris finishing off that break.
O.J. Mayo jumps in the air to make a pass, which is a no-no at any level, unless you know exactly where you're going with the ball.
And we get this ball to Gibson. Brockman's fronting him.
The Johnson-Overton matchup has just kind of been a wash. Neither player have been able to do much against the other.
Lewis can shoot with either hand, pulls up, and hit that one with his right.
And Romar's going to the bench. He's going to have to get off that matchup because that's been a critical one so far. That's really been SC's best offensive play.
Lewis best in the game, either team 13 points. Here's Appleby, the catch and release, again short, and again he was fading away from the basket. Lewis tripped up as he comes into the front court. Gives to Mayo. Mayo up and under with the left hand. Brockman trying to get a break started. Appleby's going to show a little patience. Pondexter quickly throw under to Brockman for the easy one. And Brockman to set up camp.
Yeah, nice creation by Pondexter to get inside and know that Brockman was going to move. That's a chemistry you got to have between your post guys.
Brockman moves well. He got down quickly.
Well, they gave him an angle to make the pass. That's what's so important. He recognized how to get open and where to be so that Pondexter could find him. And a lot of big guys don't understand that.
They're going to get Brockman for a push underneath. That's his first foul. 9 double-doubles, double figures every game. 7 20-point efforts for Brockman. He's got 9 points so far tonight. Morris against Wilkinson. He got bumped from behind by Mayo. And Mayo's going to go over and apologize quickly to him and say, I didn't mean to. He's trying to slow you down.
I think Lewis felt like he was fouled on that lob. I'd be interested to see that. I don't know, but he was clearly open. Here's the push from behind. Really prevented the layup, which is a smart play. Make Morris go to the line. Morris a 55% foul shooter, so percentage-wise a pretty good play, especially if Mayo doesn't have foul issues.
You see him wearing that mask. He broke his nose in practice on December 27th. So you want to protect that. This is a kid, Tim Morrison, you know pretty well, started his career at Stanford.
Yes, he did. Great kid, very good athlete. I believe he's related to Lorenzo Romar.
He is. He's a second cousin of Lorenzo Romar. And I was talking with Romar before the game, and I said, why didn't he come to UW at the beginning? He said he had offers all over the place, and it really wasn't an option. We didn't need that spot at that time. Heck, Stanford's not a bad choice, huh?
Well, everybody's got their story. You know, I mean, it's glad to see Tim thriving, though, at Washington.
Little head fake by Lewis, and throw up a shot almost as an afterthought. Here comes Overton front court, and kick it back to Pondexter. Hit a couple of threes. Oh, good gap inside Morris, and that is a smart play. Morris went to the open spot.
USC has had some defensive breakdowns, and they've primarily come off quick shots on offense that translated into multiples on Washington's offensive end, and they've not gotten back real well in transition.
Gibson had Brockman beat for just a second, goes kick out. Angelo Johnson in and out. Morris a rebound. Tim Morris has taken over this game the last 2 minutes.
Well, see, Morris had none that half as well, and now all of a sudden he's very much involved in the game.
Wilkinson now. 4 SC Trojans come out of the backcourt together. Johnson, the crossover and the floater. Pretty shot, nice touch.
Well, Johnson needs to get a little more involved offensively, but again, that's on the push. The defense wasn't set. Both teams having more luck than they are against set defenses.
Johnson right on his average now, 5 points. Pondexter saw an opening. Back to Brockman.
I think that's the third time now that USC has let a cutter cut across his face because they've lost vision of their man. A little bit has been caused by Wilkerson's inability to guard Pondexter at point of attack, a little bit like the Lewis-Appleby matchup.
A 6-point lead at halftime for SC. It's down to 5. Johnson from the corner. This is his second straight look. Here come the Huskies trying to get back into this one. Brockman was drifting underneath the basket, but Gibson was shadowing.
Gibson was trying to bait the pass, so he might be looking to get a steal.
Pondexter cut off to Smith. Smith can shoot it from outside. Rattles in and out, tipped by Pondexter, wouldn't go. Here comes Angelo Johnson front court.
2-on-4, if that goes down, it's a great shot. If it doesn't, you got to question shot selection because it was a 2-on-4 situation.
Knocked out of bounds by Wilkinson. It'll be Washington ball. The Huskies have shaved just a point off at 38-33. Two teams looking for their first win in conference.
You're only waiting for hours just to spend a little time alone with me. Never thought that I'd love someone.
Well, if it isn't the maid of honor, bourbon.
My brother, Sean. Brothers don't sleep with each other's wives.
Get out!
Tommy, shut up.
American dream.
They don't just give it to you with a big old ribbon and a bow. If we want it, we gotta take it.
Know my heart, know my heart, know my heart.
0-3 USC with a 5-point lead over 0-2 Washington. Both of these teams are 9-6 on the year, but of course, all we're watching now are conference standings. O.J. Mayo has been a focus ever since he got to Los Angeles, and really before that. He hasn't scored a lot today, but he does have 4 assists and 3 rebounds, so as you said, he's found other ways.
Well, he obviously can score the ball. I mean, the numbers he's put up in different games. What you don't know, what I don't know, because I don't coach him, Tim knows better than I, is he a streak shooter. He makes the 3. If he's a streak shooter, that scares you. If you're Washington, maybe encourages you if you're USC, because he must be a streak shooter, you know. So far, he hasn't been able to get anything down, 1 for 9, but he does have 4 assists. He's doing other things. He's just got to relax and let the game come to him.
He's on a bad streak. You see it 1 for 9, and meanwhile, the other sniper in the building, Ryan Appleby, continues to struggle. No points at UCLA. The first time he'd been shut out in a long time, only the 5th time in 73 games, and he hasn't scored today either. I thought he would have a big day.
Well, Lorenzo really can't play him right now based on the success that USC has had attacking him defensively and creating for others.
Washington is on an 8-2 run right now. They trail by 5. Ryan Omning inside makes it a 3-point game.
Notice Davon Jefferson and guarding him maybe a little less aggressive because of the 3 fouls, knowing if he gets a 4th, he's got to come running back out. Smart play by Coach Romar to go right down inside against him.
Mike, the same thing that happened to SC in the first half. They look good for about 5 minutes, and then they go dry.
Yeah, well, Washington seems to just adjust to the pace a little bit. Team coaches making adjustments, which good coaches do.
Jefferson's back in, and he caused that to turn that ball over. Here's Denton in front court now. Ryan Omning, the crossover, bumped into Hackett, gets the bounce.
2 in a row for the freshman.
And that's a 12-2 Washington run. It is a 1-point game. Quick timeout. Tim Floyd had seen enough. They weren't playing good defense, a little slow to get back. No rhythm at the offensive end. Timeout.
11.
Everybody here is good looking.
Sexy.
They all are hot.
Singles.
It's game time.
The wait is over. It's back. Paradise Hotel.
New guests, no reservations.
Who will shack up?
I'm a 22-year-old virgin.
Who will ship out?
You are my best friend here.
Trust no one. Drama, love, twists and turns. Paradise has it all.
A Fox Reality original, Paradise Hotel 2, premieres February on My Network TV and Fox Reality Channel.
6-point halftime lead is down to 1, 38-37 USC. Jim Watson, Mike Montgomery, and the new guy, Matthew Bryan Omning, the freshman from London, England, getting busy at the offensive end.
Well, it's a smart. Coach Romar, you're seeing adjustments and kids recognizing what's going on. He knew that Davon Jefferson had 3 fouls. Tim kept him out as long as he could, put him in. They went right down to him, and Jefferson was reluctant to be aggressive. Omning went right up and scored 2 baskets. Out of a timeout, Washington going to show a zone. Again, an adjustment, show a zone. Now they go to man.
Trying to force it inside to Gibson, and Brockman will get called. Reaching over the shoulder, and I believe that's 2 now on John Brockman.
Again, kids just get anxious when the ball goes in. Got to do your work early at the post. Don't let the ball get there.
Let's see what SC calls out of this timeout. Lewis trying to get loose over on the sideline. And again, you look around, guys are in strange places on the floor. The spacing's not there. And you got Mayo going one-on-one. Kick to Hackett and a foul, Denton.
USC right now is not getting very much off the pick and rolls. Washington's either switching them or they're hedging hard, and not much has happened. It's just causing USC to dribble the ball and use time on the clock. And line out of bounds, a little bit of a mystery.
They did get a fresh shot clock, so they have plenty of time here, but trying to string together a couple straight passes here.
Just have to be patient, though. You've got to get good shots every time. Shot selection's important. Washington's working hard.
Mayo off the screen from Gibson, took it all the way inside and missed again. Back up and down hard goes O.J. Mayo, and you can hear it, and everybody in this building just for a second gap, so he bounces right back up. Puts both hands on his lower back and gets a round of applause. He's a tough kid.
Generally speaking, it hurts at the time. The adrenaline allows you to continue to play, but boy, the next day it hurts like heck.
Let's see where he lands.
All the weight goes on that lower back.
Oh, yeah. He was able to get both arms out to help break that fall, but you could hear it.
You know, sometimes though, Waddy, when guys put their arms down, that's where you break a wrist. So, you know, what do? You take it with your wrist or you take it with your back? It's kind of a tough situation.
Van knocks down the free throw to make it a 2-point advantage.
Well, you like to see a freshman or anybody bounce back up, though. I hate it when kids lay there for 35 seconds. No, I'm okay. I'm okay. Well, if you're going to lay there for 35 seconds, you're not okay.
Still a one-possession game. You can see that Washington has really bumped their shooting percentage in the second half. Shot 29% in the first half, 50% in the second half. Smith, three-pointer might have been blocked. Brockman tries to save.
USC having the same difficulty. They're just getting out-hustled on the boards. They just can't come up with the ball cleanly inside there. Now Washington gets another possession inside on an air ball.
And you can see, yeah, you were right. When he came down in that big sound, he popped back up. Everybody here thought he was okay. He's going to go to the bench. And he's got a little bit of a limp as he gets to the bench and covers his face.
Well, the only thing you can do is put ice on it, really, to keep the bleeding, keep the blood out of there, keep the swelling out of there. But of course, it makes it very difficult when you get, you know, real cold down inside there. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do, whether he can go back in or not.
Right down on its tailbone.
Oh, and that hurts. There's no question. All your weight. He plays pretty high, so he came down a long ways. With you, you know, a 6-inch drop's not that bad.
How did I get dragged into that? Yeah, he didn't just fall from his feet. He was up by the rim.
Yeah, he really was.
Went straight down, did not get his feet under him at all.
Hackett working hard on Poindexter. Nice looking matchup there, although I think he's going to get called for a hold. See, I think that the message that Tim Floyd tried to get through to his team has gotten through. They're not going to lay down. They're going to be physical. They're going to try to do whatever they can to find a way to win. They've just got to learn to play without using their hands, get themselves in foul trouble, which they really haven't so far. Davon Jefferson being the only guy with 3.
Remember, this is a young USC team. No seniors on the roster, only 3 juniors. And the freshmen on this team are responsible for about 52% of the scoring. So there's going to be those growing pains.
Yeah.
But you're in conference now, you know, and a couple of these guys, talked to a couple of the Trojans after Thursday night. I asked about the youth, and they said, nah, you can't use that excuse anymore. We're halfway through the schedule.
The thing that happens with freshmen is they're inconsistent. You know, as good as they might be one night, the next night they might not be very good.
What was your philosophy with young players? I know some coaches are hard on freshmen. They want them to learn from the beginning. Others are a little bit lenient at the beginning. Let them get their feet and some confidence, and then you start to adjust. What'd you do?
There's certain things you have to be able to do to play. One of them was defend. Freshmen get screened. Jim, freshmen just absolutely get screened. They don't know how to get through screens, and so until they learn to do that, they can't play. A good program, I think, has juniors and seniors and, you know, some sophomores that are doing the majority of the playing. They know how to play, and the freshmen learn from them. That's what good programs get, is continuity. Sometimes you get stuck with young players. You've got no choice, but you're going to have growing pains.
Second free throw, no good.
But you've got to be patient with them. You just simply have to. They're trying. They want to be good players. They want to know what to do. They just don't always. That's why coaches are teachers and need to be teachers.
And you and I talked about it when we did the SC Stanford game up in the Bay Area. The leadership, where's it going to come from? With no upperclassmen, you said it's got to come from the coaches.
Absolutely. Washington has dropped to a zone coming out of a free throw, a defensive change. SC is being patient, but I don't know where they go to get a shot right now.
To Jefferson, he was double teamed. Shot clock is at 4. Angelo Johnson, the three-pointer, wouldn't go.
If you're Washington, you've got to come back with a zone again. SC did not look real polished against that zone. Not very comfortable.
So Washington now can tie it with a 2. Go ahead with that 3 by Smith. Huskies have come all the way back and gone in front.
You've got to get Mayo back in the game. He's going to give it a shot. And Washington, indeed, is going to stay in the zone. USC's got to find a shooter. They've got to probe. They've got to get inside. They've got to be patient. It's a little bit of a matchup, kind of a 2-3 to a 3-2.
USC has missed their last 4 shots in a row, making 5 now, but going to get bailed out. A late whistle there. Matthew Bryan Ommening says, no, no, no. I got plenty of it. The Huskies on a 16-4 run. Everything seems to be going right at that end. Joel Smith banks the 3. Huskies in front by a nose.
shadows, a champion will emerge. Eli and the Giants. Favre and the Packers. The NFC Championship this weekend, only on Fox.
If you believe in me, I will believe in what will be. Give us the
Even the first day I met Coach, he made me feel like I could do better.
You can do better.
if you believe in me.
I hated that. Feeling like the best I could do would only last one day.
I will believe in what will be.
But I stuck with it.
Give us the future, things that's on me.
Well, actually, he stuck with me. When I finally did win, he wasn't surprised.
I knew you had it in you.
Believing. Pass it on.
You did real good.
A message from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Pac-10 basketball on FSN is brought to you by Jack in the Box, where we don't make it until you order it. Fanning line downtown Los Angeles and all the way across on the west side. That's got to be Malibu, isn't it?
Looking out your front window,
I
Waddy?
wish.
Yeah.
I wish. A couple blocks from my house there, yeah. 41-40 Washington, a 16-4 run. And as soon as that three went down by Joel Smith, look who came back, popped off the bench, right to the scorer's table.
Well, I think Tim's point is that Mayo can break down his zone a little bit, and he can shoot the three theoretically. Oh, he's not having a good night tonight, but he's got to have somebody in there that poses that threat. Washington went to the zone, had two really good possessions in the zone. USC didn't look real confident, so where they were going to go to get a bucket. So he had no choice really but to go back with Mayo, provided Mayo can go. You know, he came down pretty hard. See how he moves.
Jefferson makes it a 41-all game.
So you can see Jefferson as a freshman needs polish. I mean, he took it up there. You'd like to see him score it and get fouled rather than just take it to the basket, although that's the right step to get fouled. But he needs a little more polish at the offensive end to be able to make the play.
Makes both free throws, puts USC back in front. Washington, a shot 50% in the second half.
As you keep track of matchups, Appleby's back in. Hackett's guarding him not to give him any free looks.
Hesitation by Denman, back to Pondexter. Oh, he thought long and hard about that three. Goes into the lane. There's Brockman, the putback.
To Gibson's slightly built. Brockman somehow, some way uses his weight to be able to get the ball on the offensive glass. Shouldn't be able to get that.
Brockman's got 13 points and 8 rebounds. There's Hackett capping the defense. Right hand, wouldn't go. Nice defense by Pondexter to stay with him without fouling.
What USC's been a little bit guilty of on defense is over-helping, which is allowing Washington to get some pretty good shots.
Ball deflected out of bounds. Dogs will keep it 22 seconds. On the shot.
Young teams do that. They don't know when they need to help, when they need to not help, and that's what creates situations for open shooters such as Smith got the three.
You know, you said a real interesting thing during the break, and I want people at home to hear you talk about it, how SC struggles with the offensive end and hurt them at the defensive end. How's that?
Well, I think the point being here that I think USC's difficulty offensively is affecting them mentally on the defensive end. They're not getting much feel good. They're not getting much pluses at the offensive end, and I think they're getting a little discouraged. Again, that's where we talked about that leadership and keeping your team up and maybe trying to find a guy off the bench that can give you a lift. You have to win on defense. You have to win on defense. I mean, look at UCLA and Washington State. The two highest ranked teams in this conference are really good defensive teams.
Angelo Johnson wanted Gibson twice and looks at him a third time, and now they got to call a timeout. Now, that's the third time we've seen them do that. Now I'm starting to think they've been told to do that.
Well, Tim sure kept his patience if he hasn't told him to do that. But see, what you've got is a freshman point guard out there who takes 2 dribbles, doesn't have what he's looking for, and he picks the ball up, and then he's forced to use a turnover. Now you're going to get late in this game. SC has 1 timeout left with 10 minutes to go in the game. You know, Ben Howland has a different philosophy. He uses timeouts in a different sort of a way.
We talked about it, yeah.
USC is using these in a forced situation, and your guards have to keep their dribble alive until they know what they're going to do. You have 5 seconds dribbling and 5 seconds holding before you're going to get a closely guarded count. So you've got 10 seconds with the ball, or if you want to look at it another way, you got 5 hold, 5 dribble, 5 hold, 15 seconds. But you can't take one dribble and pick it up.
Reminder for you, March 12th through the 15th, the 2008 Pacific Life Pac-10 Men's Basketball Tournament right here in Los Angeles at Staples Center. Just go onto the Pac-10 website and order your tickets now. That is a terrific weekend.
Referee checking Hackett's uniform. He's got a little blood on it. I guess he's satisfied it came from someplace else.
Yeah, Hackett was just about to inbound the ball, and Mark Reichling, the referee, walked over and had him show both of his elbows.
Must have got him the concession stands or something, but he's not making him do anything with it.
Jefferson all alone to Hackett on the wing. Gibson tips it out to Angelo Johnson, right to the basket.
Those long arms of Gibson got that thing. See, one of the things you notice with SC, they're really hesitant from the three. They're just not real comfortable catch and shoot from the three. They tend to put it down, which means they have to start back over on offense.
You know, Gibson's only listed or credited, I guess, with 4 rebounds. He's touched a lot more than that. There's Brockman, 6-footer, rolled around. Brockman was the first one to it. It bounces out. Here comes Hackett, does not have numbers. D'Angelo Johnson, back to Gibson for the flush.
Again, I think USC has to create shots off the move. Here comes Denton right back at. Lorenzo Romar going to take a timeout. He doesn't like the turnaround, and he uses one of his timeouts.
He's going to try to stop this wave right now. Now Johnson, I thought, got bailed out of here a little bit because Gibson never quit on the play. Just comes right down the pipe.
A very nice dish by Johnson to find the open man. Gibson stays with the play, but again, I feel like they have to do that. Oh my.
They got away with that, huh?
Yes, he
Davon
did.
Jefferson.
That should be no basket because Davon came in and hung on the rim, and I don't know why he did that unless he felt somebody was going to go up underneath him.
Yeah,
but that basket should have been waved off. Davon's in the air right there. The guy is up underneath him, but you certainly can't give Gibson the basket there. So maybe the officials, you think they saw that, Jim, and understood all the things that went on and just let it play on?
Sure, let's give him credit for it.
Okay, absolutely. Great job by the officials.
That was Joel Smith who was backing up, and he didn't do it on purpose. He didn't know Jefferson was there, but it was kind of a rodeo ride for a couple of seconds there.
That was pretty blatant basket interference,
Yeah,
though, Jim.
he was just trying to hang on to it to not get hurt, but you're right, they should have waved it off. If anything, gave SC the ball on the side.
Yep.
Good pickup by our director, Matt Lipp.
Crowd's into it a little bit, which, again, that's another way that USC has to need help. Has to get its crowd. The students have to get involved.
Appleby back in the game now for UW. And Hackett is just shadowing him everywhere. Reaching in was Jefferson, and the foul is on Appleby.
Good active play by Davon Jefferson. With 8 minutes to go now with 3, I think Jefferson can start to get a little bit more aggressive, and he certainly wasn't there. Good anticipation by Jefferson, and obviously Appleby needed to hold him to keep a bucket from occurring. That is 18 fouls on Washington, so they're going to be, pretty soon they're going to be in the 2-shot foul situation or the bonus, whereas SC's got 4 and may have some fouls to give.
You can see that Appleby, the shooter with that taped right thumb, he fractured that thumb earlier in the season. In fact, it was on practice on Halloween. He had surgery on November 2nd and returned to action first week of December. And they tell us that it doesn't have any effect on his shooting, but it's been an awful weekend for him in Los Angeles, that's for sure.
Well, it's a little bit different when you're the hunted guy out there, when you watch video and you say, okay, guys, I do not want Ryan Appleby to ever have a step to shoot the ball. It makes it much more difficult than when you're a complimentary player shooting threes.
SC by 5, and the student section wants defense, and they get it right away.
Poor decision by Smith trying to enter the ball to Brockman. Of course, Brockman's your go-to guy. Gibson, with those long arms and his quickness, got around and got a piece of it.
SC now has answered back with a 6-0 run, making an 8-0 run, the floater off glass by O.J. Mayo.
And I think that's what people like when they see Mayo do those kinds of things. They expect him to be doing it every time, and of course you can. It's a great move.
It's 8 points for Mayo all in the second half. I believe he had 1 point at halftime.
Little separation here with 7 minutes.
Let me get it right, Mike. He did have a three-pointer in that first half. So he had 4 in the first half, 4 in the second. He seems to be okay. Although whenever there's a timeout, he walks with a little bit of a limp. We'll see. Nice floater right here off glass. SC leads by 7.
Speed TV and you never have to move. So much news going on behind the scenes in the garages. This is the toughest track because, man, is it getting intense. We play. Hey guys, there's a lot going on. This kid is not going to make it. Unbelievable finish. 2 laps of racing to go. It ain't over yet. And they're going 6-3. Think they're ready to get her down. That's good TV right there. Oh, yeah.
NASCAR on Speed returns in February. Be there.
Everybody needs a helping hand. Take a look at your fellow man.
Hey,
tell me
let me get that for you.
What can I do? What can I do today?
Thank you, young man.
No problem.
Courtesy. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
Jim Watson, Mike Montgomery back at the Galen Center. USC 50-43 over Washington. Time now to check in. Our Lexus pursuing perfection. It is Taj Gibson, who's been almost perfect tonight. 5 of 6 from the field, 10 points and 4 rebounds.
One thing that's interesting to note here, Jim, is that Washington, a 41% three-point shooting team on the year, is shooting just 25% from outside the three, so that's significant.
Taj Gibson, of course, got a lot of attention here last year. People early in the season said, who is that guy? He came in, he was pretty polished when he first got here. And those long arms, he touched everything, got a lot of rebounds. Because of it, got some extra points.
He's not a pure center size-wise.
Yeah, he's still pretty slight.
Yeah, he's really a four-man, but his long arms allow him to play in there at the post position. I mean, I'd like to see him be able to move and expand his game out to a four-man spot, find a monster to get in there at the post and allow him to use his quickness to the glass, make SC a much better rebounding team.
We talked about it a couple times today, several times on the season. USC thin in the front court. Remember that Washington lost Spencer Hawes at the NBA draft, and they would have had another big guy down there. That loss didn't really seem to hurt Washington as much. They're a different team, of course, but Brockman didn't lose anything this year. His number's just as good.
Yeah, well, Brockman, you know, again, the way he plays, because he's just relentless pursuing the ball at the glass.
Dexter inside, couldn't get it go. There it is. Brockman fighting for it and earning another possession for UW.
Again, what's keeping Washington in the game is their ability to offensively rebound the ball. There again.
Just like that.
Yep.
Pondexter, again, 4 purple jerseys, and they're going to come up empty. Here comes Jefferson. Ahead to Hackett, he will wait. But Mayo won't.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Jim. USC's going to have to get some rebounding help from its guards. They can't expect Gibson and Davon with 3 rebounds. They're obviously not able to dominate inside on the boards, even defensively. You've got to tell Hackett and Mayo, you got to get in there and get some rebounds for us.
Brian Hominy never got that ball. SC jumped from the backside, knocked it away. 2 tough trips in a row for UW. Hackett gaps the defense inside Jefferson and got it knocked away as he was going to the rim.
Boy, there's just so many things here there, Jim, to talk about. It's a great play by Hackett in terms of the dish, but Davon Jefferson, rather than just go up and score the ball, put it back over his head, which allows the defense to get a piece of it right there. Don't expose the ball. Take the bucket. You're in a 6-minute. We've got 6 minutes to go in the game. Let's just win this thing. You know, we don't need the pastry.
And that was Denman from behind. We got a big piece of the ball and obviously part of the wrist as well.
The 6-footer got a 6'8" guy. Don't put it out there and expose it for him. You know, Washington, the last possession down the floor, is looking so hard to get it inside. They put the ball over their heads. Everybody on USC's team can see where the ball's going. You've got to get it moving side to side and get better angles coming inside. Well, To Jefferson's credit, he gets the 2 anyway, but as a coach, you want to see 3 in that situation.
That is SC's biggest lead, 12 points, and Romo's going to get a timeout. USC is in the midst of a 13-0 run. It's been a game of runs back and forth. Both teams have had them. SC had the biggest and the last.
Good timeout by Lorenzo because the game is on the verge of getting away from him. He has to have a timeout. He can't save them. It's 12 points right now. He's got to find a way to get this thing back under 10, and he's bringing Ryan Appleby back in. Let's see what happens if SC continues to exploit Appleby at the defensive end, but maybe Ryan Appleby can bury some threes and get him back in.
I remember Washington led 43-42 at one point. Hey, February 17th, the world's best drivers return to Fox. Door-to-door, bumper-to-bumper to see who take the checkered flag home. It's the 50th running of the Great American Race. It is, of course, the Daytona 500. February 17th in high definition. Well, they've been waiting for some offense from Ryan Appleby ever since he came to Los Angeles on Wednesday night. Well, he's only got 6 minutes and 15 seconds. Do you say anything to a shooter who's struggling? Do you tell him just keep shooting it? Keep his confidence up?
He really can't even get any clean looks.
Yeah.
USC, again, has made him a priority, and they've just been told, don't leave him. If they score a layup, that's fine, but don't leave Appleby shoot a 3. So he still has to be patient. A bad shot isn't going to help you. You still have to get a good shot.
That might have been forced a little bit. Pondexter. Mayo runs into the tunnel to try and save it. Stepped out of bounds. Mayo doesn't look like he's hurt anymore. He looks pretty good now. He just banged that 3 and he just chased that ball off the court.
He's going to be sore tomorrow, I'll tell you what, though, no question. Running on adrenaline right now. This is a big possession for Washington. They've got to find a way to get a score. There's a screen straight from the back.
Good move by Pondexter inside. Took on 2 defenders. Brockman the backside. He also misses. That's a 3rd time in a row Washington's come up empty.
I don't see Brockman miss those very often. He's pretty strong on that backside board. Very smart idea by Washington to attack Jefferson.
Hackett around Appleby. Hackett all the way to the basket and now to the free throw line.
USC just doesn't really get a lot out of its pick and rolls because they don't roll the guy down hard down the middle to create help situations, and the guard is not able to pull out behind if you go behind the screen. So again, with a young team, there's so much to learn. There's so much to teach these guys. You just got to try to find a way to win games. And right now, SC's doing it at the defensive end and the effort, which is really what Tim wants them to do. Hackett, an 81% foul shooter, so it's unusual. They will shoot 2 from here on out with 5:31 to go. That'll be critical.
Makes the back end.
Plenty of time for Washington, but each possession is going to be extremely important that they get a good shot, get to the line, stay aggressive on offense, don't panic.
We've seen Washington come back before against LSU. They were down 16 and won that game. Spinning inside and scoring. Quincy Pondexter.
Pondexter's the one guy that seems to be able to athletically get by his guy and big and strong enough to finish inside. So I think he's going to be a big factor down the stretch.
10-3 and 7. Of course, he played his high school ball at San Joaquin Memorial in Fresno with the Lopez twins from Stanford.
Not a bad lineup,
yeah,
is it?
A pretty good team, wasn't it? Jefferson, that's a 3.
You and I might have been able to play guard on that team.
Pass the ball.
Throw it inside.
Under 5 minutes now. Step by step here for Washington to get back in. Overton tried to lob to Brockman and hit the basket. I don't think Brockman knew it was coming. Morris to the basket.
Always going to
offensive.
Waved it off. How big a call is that? Could have been a 3-point play, but instead they wave off the basket and go the other way.
Jefferson get there in time.
Well, as a coach, all you can do is hope the officials are right. You know, I mean, you give kids credit for what they do, but it was a big play at a big time in this ball game.
Angelo Johnson came right to the Trojan bench and heard the assistant coaches. Rotation.
USC comfortable using clock right now. Going to put the pressure on Washington to defend, maybe have to foul.
All 5 players for SC moving this sequence. There's Lewis from the corner, and he was behind the board. Absolute 3-ball in the corner pocket.
Lewis has been absolutely critical from what we saw a week ago, Jim. He's come out tonight and really been a factor, taking Appleby out of the game.
Lewis, the high scorer of the game now, 16 points. That is a blocking foul. Look where Lewis is on this three. He's got his heels right in the corner.
That's a tough shot in the corner.
I was surprised that he pulled the trigger when he first looked at it. Thought he was going to pull it back down. You can't get any deeper than this.
No, you really can't. His angle was the percentages of that going in are pretty slim.
What if we could choose students with the highest character, intellect, talent, and a drive for the greater good? Students whose grades and SATs tell only a fraction of their story. What if we could choose students who could go anywhere? At USC, we can and do choose these students. In turn, they've made this university better, rising farther and faster than any other in national rankings. For that, we'd like to say thank you.
You're welcome.
College football fans, here's your chance to be a part of the BCS. Go online to get the official merchandise from the Rose Bowl game presented by Citi, the All-State Sugar Bowl, the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl, the FedEx Orange Bowl, and the All-State BCS National Championship. Own a part of college football history. Go to bcsfootball.org and order today.
SC is taking control of this game, 59-45, less than 4 minutes to play. Jim Watson, Mike Montgomery. It wasn't always that way. In fact, at one point, this game was 44-43. And take a look at what happens. Don't watch the ball. Watch the backside right there, hanging on the rim. Davon Jefferson, we missed it live, and on the replay, very obvious. And this basket probably should have been waved off.
Yeah, it really should have. And since then, of course, it's been all USC. Not that the hanging on the rim had anything to do with it, but it's just not a real intelligent play by Davon Jefferson to do that, although I'm sure he felt like he was in danger of being low-bridged, but could have been waved off, could have changed a lot of things in terms of momentum.
It seemed to change this game, our Farmers play of the game. Hey, they didn't call it, so
well, the only
Davon Jefferson, huh?
You know, for Washington, shooting 4 for 17 from 3 with 19 turnovers. It's tough to go on the road in this league and win. The only thing even keeping them remotely close is the fact that they're out-rebounding USC by so many rebounds, which has given them more shot opportunities.
Turnovers were a real problem for SC at Stanford today. Only 10. Now, they haven't been real smooth offensively, but I guess they've taken care of the ball.
Yeah, you know, but rather than try to make plays they can't make, at least they're taking care of the ball, as you say.
Pontex are working inside. Got 2 looks at it again, coming up empty. Boy, frustrating trips here in the last 5 minutes for UW.
Like I say, USC's guards have to go in and help because Washington is really going to the glass hard, knowing that they have to get second shot opportunities.
SC's going to burn some clock now.
Well, a little baseline runner here now.
Taken away. Overton, Benoit Overton, the freshman from Franklin High School in Seattle.
For USC now, they've just got to play the clock. They've got to understand that their opponent is really the clock, and they've got to be intelligent here. For Washington,
there's Appleby.
That's what you have to have.
Brockman had the rebound, got bumped off of it, and Brockman holds that left knee.
See, again, from USC's standpoint, you cannot let Ryan Appleby get that clean of a look. Now, they got away with it because he missed the shot, but I mean, Washington's just going to the glass like a bunch of angry dogs because they are getting everything off the boards. And as I say again, USC's guards have to go help their big people out. This has to be a collective rebounding effort by all those guys. There's nothing to say that Angelo Johnson can't go get rebounds. Let the big guys block off, let the guards go in and get the ball.
Brockman took a couple of extra seconds here. He seems to be okay. Washington, not good from the free throw line. You see the graphic, last in the Pac-10 at 59%. Now, in a conference like this, and you mentioned that it's defensively It's heavy, from top to bottom. With UCLA and Washington State, you're going to need to make free throws.
Oh, there's no question about it. And you're going to need to play defense to keep yourself in games because the defense is too good in this league. There's too many people that you're just not going to be able to get second shots, fast break shots, clean looks at the basket.
Mike, why is that a lost art? Why are high school kids coming in shooting 55% from the free throw line?
I don't think they spend any time doing it. I think everything's at the glass, and so when they go at the glass, that you're not working on the natural motion that's involved in shooting the ball. A lot of the fundamentals, I think, Jim, are becoming lost arts. The ability to pass the ball cleanly, know how to enter the ball, the angles at how to enter the ball. That's why you're seeing a guy like Love who positions himself so well at the post. He gives you great angles. He catches everything, passes the ball very well. Those things are becoming, and everybody talks about the three rather than a mid-range game.
I used to tease guys that had 5 different dunks with names, and then they'd shoot 52% from the free throw line.
No question. And at the end of a game, the free throws are what's going to win games for you. The dunks are great, but, at the end of the game, you don't even want to worry about a dunk. Just lay it up, get the 2, get out of Dodge with a win. Right now for Washington, they've got to extend this game. They're going to have to probably pick up. They may have to put USC at the foul line. USC not a great foul shooting team either. And then try to get shots quickly.
Lewis gets called for a foul way out front. That's not what SC needs right now.
Absolutely not. It puts their 19th foul, which means that Overton's going to be shooting a one-on-one, but it also means that the next foul is going to be 2. They'll be in the bonus. That takes a lot of pressure off your foul shooting.
And as you say it, we see it reflected on the face of Tim Floyd. He just turned his back to the play, shook his head. Of course, we just showed you how bad Washington is at the free throw line.
And he's one of the better ones at 67%.
Unable to capitalize.
For the coaches in this league this year, if any of them think that they're going to have any easy games and games they can sit back on the bench and relax, that's just not going to happen. Tim's going to age 10 years this year as he takes this team through a Pac-10 schedule. Right now, the clock is your opponent, not Washington. The clock is your opponent.
Lewis tried to shovel that to Taj Gibson. It was deflected away. 9 seconds on the shot clock.
9 seconds on the shot clock. USC needs to be aware of this. Washington does not want to foul. There's that lob inside that they've had success.
Went to Mayo, steps away. Mayo's got 15 points.
Well, again, when you see Mayo do those kinds of shots, that's what tantalizes you. That's what makes you, wow, look at this guy. He can do that. But again, keep in mind he's just a freshman. He's been a little bit inconsistent. And he too is drawing other people's best efforts on defense.
Brockman with a quick answer for UW. He has 16. And that clock continues to tick down inside of 2 minutes now.
So you can separate defensively as soon as you get that margin and separate. You get a new count with the 5. Very difficult to get a 5 count on a good handler because he drives at you, gets that 6-footer separation. Official says, hey, and then he starts back over again. It's hard when you're defending when, again, is all they're trying to do really is use clock.
If you pardon the pun, the Huskies are dog-tired. You look around, they don't go real deep. And this is a team that's been trying to get back into this with some defense. Wow, Norm Peters, our stat man, did not like my pun. I apologized for it before I used it. They just look gassed. Every guy out there has his mouth open.
Well, they're really playing hard. I mean, you can look and say that, if you look at SC, look at their faces. The difference is they've got a 14-point lead, so it's a little bit, you get a little more energy with a 14-point lead, but both teams have really put a lot of energy into this game. This game was important. They knew it. They knew how important it was. You got to like Lewis. Lewis came out early on and established a matchup that they could exploit, got them off to a good start. Really forced Appleby out of the game. Wouldn't say Lorenzo's got some substitutions in now, guys that have not played at all this game. Tim Floyd countering.
Mike, I want to point out that Norm Peters, our stat man, is going to be our Jack-in-the-Box player of the game today, Norm, because Norm's day has been long already, and he's not done. He did stats on the UCLA-Washington State game. He's here doing this game, and after this, he's going to do the Clipper game.
Do you think that
triple header, Norm?
Do you think that pun might be the worst one he hears all day?
I hope it's not.
I think Norm's voting for.
I knew I wasn't going to get any help on it. This USC crowd has been a pretty hard sell this year. They didn't know what kind of team they were going to get. Dave Pruitt is gone, Nick Young is gone, Broderick Stewart is gone. So a lot of young faces.
Well, I think the thing,
to be honest, they weren't happy. Remember, they lost to Mercer their first game here, their first look at O.J. Mayo. And right then, that's when the criticism began.
But if you look at it reasonably, USC lost more players, more points, more production than anybody in the league. They lost 3 guys that were scoring the majority of their points, and now they're playing with freshmen and sophomores. I think the problem is when O.J. Mayo came in, the big thing was he's going to make up for all those 3 guys. That's just not going to happen. So, USC people need to be patient with this basketball team. They've got a great basketball coach in Tim Floyd. He's trying to teach these kids how to win. He's trying all the tricks, and they need to be patient a little bit. That's the problem with preseason predictions, to be honest with you. Preseason predictions as a coach, they hate them because if you don't live up to those, then means you had a bad year. If you do, I love to be picked 8th. I loved it. Yeah. Pick me 8th.
And USC was picked 6th going into this year, and I think that did take a little bit of pressure off this team. Players might think that's disrespect. It doesn't make any difference. Who cares what the media thinks before you can put the ball in play?
It's just like November, December polls. Means nothing because of the difference in schedules and all the other stuff. Tim Floyd not taking any chances, not making any substitutions. He's pretty much staying with his guys. Other than Simmons, he's pretty much staying with his starters in there. He's taking no chances at all.
So Mayo looks like he's finished for the day. Under a minute now. And Washington appears to have surrendered. Down 15. Hackett looks up at the clock and sees 10 on the shot. Back it out and then attack. Turn it over. 2 seconds on the shot clock here.
Yeah, no change of possession, so the shot clock should not reset.
Make Dwight Lewis our Jack-in-the-Box player of the game. Norm, I tried to give it to you. You weren't having it.
No, but 17 points for Lewis. Non-starter last weekend after the Cal performance didn't start at Stanford, and really came out and set the tone, I thought, for this ball game.
Gibson had to fire that, and look at this. Davon Jefferson chases it down, so SC can just hold it again. Another 35 seconds.
Which means they should run it all the way out. Don't take a shot. Respect your opponent. Recognize that they played very hard. Watching us come here on the road. Road wins are going to be hard to get this year, Jim.
Well, the champ goes up. This is a sweet one. They wanted to get at least a split out of this weekend. They played Washington State pretty tough on Thursday night. Just could not match the Cougs for defensive intensity. So this was a big one. So USC is finally in the win column in conference. They just let that shot clock run out. That's the buzzer you heard.
Well, I think that the thing that impressed me was the comments I read in the paper from Daniel Hackett where, hey, we gave in. We didn't compete to the end. We can't do that. We owe it to our fans. We owe it to our coach. We owe it to each other. I thought that was good recognition of the reality of what goes on in college basketball.
USC wins their 10th game on the season, 10-6, but 1-3 in conference. And for the Huskies, search continues for victory number 1. They are 0-3. That is going to do it for us. For your producer, Micah King, Matt Lipp, your director, Kenny Kirschbaum, your technical director, and of course, Norm Peters, who's on his way to his 3rd game today. Norm, thank you for your work. And for Mike Montgomery, I'm Jim Watson saying so long from the Galen Center. USC beats Washington 66-51.
Fox College Sports has the recipe for the ultimate college reunion. Start with over 500 live college basketball games. Add conferences like the Pac-10, ACC, and more. Toss in news from around the NCAA. And garnish with the hottest coaches shows. This is the place where college basketball never ends. For more info on Fox College Sports, log on to foxcollegesports.com.
Sunday, Dr. Brady Barr enters the world of the hippo.
This is a really, really dangerous animal.
By becoming one.
I think I'm gonna have my hands full.
And he'll do it in a 200-pound hippo suit.
I'm gonna get inside the suit and approach them.
In the middle of a swamp.
He's looking right at me.
At night.
No. This is killing me.
Dangerous Encounters, Undercover Hippo. Sunday on Nat Geo.
You sure you don't want some? It's chamomile. Jason, you are extremely terrifying. Just the scariest undead subhuman thing on TV, and I really mean that. But I am worried that you could give my kids nightmares if they see you, so I'm gonna have to block you. So that's it. Oh, and tell the zombies they're blocked too.
Big Sky Conference men's basketball on the air from the J. Lawrence Walkup Sky Dome in Flagstaff, Arizona. It's the Lumberjacks of Northern Arizona University hosting the Bobcats of Montana State. And welcome everybody to the NAU Lumberjack Network, and welcome to our viewers on FSN Arizona and on Fox College Sports Pacific, coast to coast. Mitch Stroman along with the coach Dave Brown. We are counting it down to the tip-off between the Cats and the Jacks here in the Sky Dome in a battle for what could be first place. Let's take a look at a key player for the Montana State Bobcats, coach, and we're talking about their leading scorer, Carlos Taylor. This guy is a beast out there. He has 2 Big Sky Conference Player of the Week honors already to his credit this year.
Yeah, he's had